doing? No, can you not?
It's a scene many whānau can relate to. Kids addicted to vaping and driving their parents mad.
You said we could vape outside.
No. I said don't do that shit in front of me.
And with vaping exploding amongst rangatahi in Aotearoa, it's clear this addictive habit is tearing households apart, including the Johnston whānau. Paula Johnston is in charge of a tribe of kids, 5 of her own and the rest who often live with her. Paula admits she has no idea how to stop her kids vaping, a habit she initially thought was harmless.
I was kind of okay with it because it wasn't cigarettes, it wasn't drugs. They kind of enjoyed it, but then it just got more and more.
Paula's daughters, Ocean and Nirvana.
What started me off was because my friends were vaping and I had a turn and I liked the cloud that came out of my mouth, so I just carried on vaping.
I had to turn on one of my friends' ones and I just like the buzz it gave me.
Would you both agree that you guys are slowly starting to get addicted to vaping?
Yeah, I can agree.
Yeah, I can agree too.
Vaping has been sold to the public as far safer than cigarettes with less toxic additives. However, Mum Paula worries about the long-term health effects and believes companies have deliberately targeted rangatahi.
I believe it's made for kids. These are 8,000 different flavours, I think, 400 different devices of vapes. So it's bubble gum, it's designed to attract our kids, because no 50-year-old wants to go smoke a bubble gum smoke thing, you know. It's got to be designed to target that younger audience.
As her daughter drags on empty vapes looking for a last puff, Paula says it's sad to see what vaping has done to her kids.
There was real big telltale signs of addiction quite early on. But by then I had allowed it, and then I felt guilty. When I said no, they were like, but you let us, and then it was like on me.
What type of behaviour changes have you seen when it comes to them getting their fix?
The moods, from when they got none, the angry moods, they're shitty, to when they got one, they're so happy and, you know, not a care in the world.
The kids pay for their vapes by any means possible. One has a job, another does chores.
Do you have any money?
Waffle?
A ball?
Oh, joke. You know I don't supply that rubbish.
Seafood! Nice, Nirvana. Yeah.
What makes this all the more upsetting for Mum Paula is the toll that vaping is taking on her kids' health and fitness. Son Te Kiwa Kohatu says he's definitely seen a decline in his fitness on the basketball court.
That was what, 5 minutes on the court? How are you feeling?
Bit tired, you know, I can get, all the vaping and stuff, I can get pretty tired easily.
Yeah.
Just running up and down the court, it's pretty tiring.
And all your teammates, do they vape?
Yeah, most of my teammates do vape, most of my fan group, we like all do it.
Why does it look smoky in that room from here?
There's no doubt vaping is causing serious conflict in this whare, with the kids continuously disobeying the no vaping inside rule.
I'm really concerned. The disrespect that I've seen from my kids, which they were never that disrespectful, but it's the behaviour outside of the home as well. It's in the school.
And what type of behaviour are we talking?
Not listening, disrespectful, not obeying the rules. No vaping at school. They vape at school. I get called in, they get stood down.
And that brings us to what's become a growing issue for schools, the number of kids being suspended from school for vaping. Here at Whanganui City College, it's an ongoing battle for Deputy Principal Valerie Rooderkerk.
So on any given day, how much people are expected to be reported for vaping here at school?
Oh, I think it varies. Some days it's none, and then other days we might have 4 or 5 each day, and they'll be different kids.
Is that a concerning factor for you here?
It's huge, because I don't think they see the harm that it could be causing. I'm really worried about it. They can't run the 10 minutes anymore like they used to. They're tired. We've had quite a high absenteeism rate, and I'm wondering if that's because they're sick and they might have a cold, but is that worse because they've got all this stuff? And then I don't know, because we don't know any of that stuff yet.
The Ministry of Education doesn't hold figures on the number of vaping suspensions, but says vaping in schools is a serious concern. Principal Peter Kaua agrees it's an epidemic.
You get caught smoking, it's an instant stand down, and you come in to a hui with your parents.
And do you believe that's working?
Well, the instances of more and more kids vaping tells me it doesn't work. So we've got to look for something else that works. Once again, it's putting a hell of a lot of load on my staff because they've got to police that.
And what's the feedback that you've been getting from your staff regarding vaping at school?
I get the rolled eyes. I go, oh, here we go again. You know, all these kids are vaping. I've got to fill out the form. I caught this kid vaping in my classroom, out in my field, da-da-da. So it's just all this mahi that we don't really need. Extra mahi for the staff to do. Yeah, it's just hoha. It's another bloody taniwha that has raised its head.
So there's frustration all round. The schools constantly having to stand down kids and parents like Paula on the receiving end.
I understand the school's frustrations, but I believe we've got to find another way. You know, getting stood down 3 days, they're going to go out and carry on vaping. They're not learning anything. They're actually missing out on learning.
While there's scientific debate on what the long-term effects of vaping are, there's no doubt it can cause serious damage to a person's lungs. But that's not enough to stop the Johnston kids.
No, because once we start, we kind of can't stop now. And because it's kind of early stage, I feel like, where it's like not really time to stop.
Much to the horror of a single mum just trying to keep her kids on the right path.
They just don't seem to care about the consequences that's coming with it. And now talking to them about addiction, you can't stop because you're addicted, you know, because you just can't stop it. And I can't actually see them wanting to stop. They've said, I've heard it a couple of times, oh, we'll stop, but then they start again.
It seems the epidemic of vaping amongst Aotearoa's rangatahi is here to stay. Another fire the health system will have to fight in the future.